Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Tom Leverone. I am with the Washington Financial Group, and I am joined today with four young people. Why don't we go around the room real quickly here and introduce ourselves?
Hello, I'm Gerardo.
How old are you, Gerardo?
19 years old.
All right, we have a 19-year-old.
Hi, I'm Maura. I'm 23.
23-year-old Maura.
I'm Mark. I'm 19.
Mark is 19. And finally,
I'm Sharon. I'm 19.
Sharon, 19. So, Maura, I believe you just finished college and just started into the working world. Is that correct?
Graduated last year, yep.
Okay, great. And the three 19-year-olds are in their second semester of their freshman year in college. So, you guys are young. You have a lot to look forward to. Maura, what do you got to look forward to in your life?
After college, there's not much to look forward to. Retirement, maybe getting married, maybe
Oh.
having kids.
Well, I'm sure you can think of some more things about that. But what do we want to talk about, or what do we want to know in terms of when we get out of school and ready to work?
I want to learn about the economy.
The economy. Okay, well, we're not going to talk about the economy per se today. You might need to talk to an economist or take an economics class in college, perhaps. Thinking more along the lines of finances. So why don't we think we are just out of college, kind of like Maura here. We have a job, right? Got some money coming in. What do we think about in terms of our finances at that point?
Well, what should I do with my money?
Excellent question. What do you think what do we need when you're out and say you have a place, you're living on your own? How much money do we need? What do we need to pay for?
Rent.
Got to pay for rent.
Food.
Insurance.
Your phone bill.
Your phone bill.
Your
Good.
Netflix bill.
Your Netflix bill. Right. So you need to make sure you have enough money to pay your rent, to pay all your bills and things like that. And really what you're trying to do in the beginning is kind of build a foundation, some of the fundamentals about finances. So you got a job, you're paying your rent, paying your bills, your Netflix bill, all those kind of things. One of the things we should also concentrate and work on is making sure we build an emergency fund. What's an emergency fund? It should have about 3 months worth of expenses. Your expenses are things like your Netflix bill, your phone, your rent, all those types of things. You also want to make sure you have insurance. What kind of insurance would be important for young people, you think?
Car
insurance.
Health insurance,
Dental.
auto insurance, dental insurance,
Eye.
vision insurance. A lot of those things are provided by your employer sometimes, or you can pay for it with a very low, inexpensive rates. There's also something called a disability insurance. That's very important, but we could talk about that at a later podcast. Most young people don't need life insurance most of the time. So we're going to try to build an emergency fund. What else are we trying to maybe think about when we're young and save for?
What about buying a house?
Buying a house. All right. So we have some money and we want to buy a house. Where should we put this money for purposes of buying a house? Anybody?
In our checking account.
Checking account. Excellent answer. Why is a checking account or a savings account a good place to put it if you're looking to buy a home at some point in time?
Because it's right there.
Yes, or another word of saying that is it's liquid. All right, liquid. All right, like water, easy to get to. All right, very easy to get to. So we got a job, paying our bills, we got our insurance, we got an emergency fund, got some liquid money because we might want to buy a house one day, and maybe we still have some money left over. So what else are we thinking about when we're young?
Retirement.
Retirement, even at a young age?
Yep.
And what should we do about that in terms of retirement?
I don't know. Everyone says save for retirement.
And
how do you save for retirement?
How do you save for retirement? Anybody have an idea? Like there's a program that companies typically offer to help you save for retirement.
I think
401k plan.
A 401k plan. Excellent. That's a good idea and a good place to start. And when you put your money into a 401k plan, like what any ideas how that works?
Well, how long do you have to keep the money in there?
Okay, excellent question. So for a 401k plan, when you put money into there, it's not like you're saving their checking account where it's liquid. It's meant to stay in there until age 59 and a half. All right, we get some tax benefits by participating in the plan. You don't have to participate in it, but you do get some tax benefits for participating in it. And you have to leave it in there until what age?
59 and a half.
59 and a half. Because if you leave your company and you take it out, anybody know what happens
Ooh,
to that money?
I know.
What?
You get taxed and penalized.
Very good. And it's not fun. So we probably want to leave it in there for 59 and a half. Any other questions about the 401k plan?
How much should I put into it?
Oh, excellent question. Well, we want to put in as much as we possibly can. You can put in $100 per pay period, $200, whatever the case may be, to kind of get you started.
So, like, I get a paycheck. What percentage of that paycheck should be saved?
Even a better question. So the goal is to be saving 10 to 12% towards your retirement. And that's very hard to do when you first start out because you may not be making a lot of money and you just want to kind of participate. But the sooner you start, the better off you are. Let me go through an example. Bless you. Let me go through an example. Let's say you put in $100 a month. How many months in a year?
12.
12 times 100?
Oof.
1,200.
$1,200 a year. Let's say we put $1,200 a year times 10 years. What's
12,000.
12,000. So let's say we do this $100 a month, $1,200 a year, and let's say we do that for 10 years. So we put in $12,000 from the age of 25 to age 35.
Woo!
All right, that's a good start. What happens if this individual, let's say Charisse over here, waits until she's 35, starts doing that for 10 years, 35 to 45, and then Gerardo, he waits until he's 45 and he does it until he's 55. Who do you think has the most money at age 65? So they do this for 10 years and stop. Someone from 25 to 35, another person does it from 35 to 45, and somebody does it from 45 to 55. Which person has the most money at age 65?
Person
25
A.
to 35.
The person who starts earliest. All right. And anyone know the reason for that?
Compound interest.
Wow, that's very good. Compound interest. And what that is that's just kind of interest on top of interest. So if you can't defer or contribute or save 10 to 12% a year when you're starting off, even a little bit goes a long way in the long run because of compound interest. Who said compound interest was the greatest invention of this 20th century? Anybody?
Albert
Albert
Einstein.
Einstein.
Albert. Well, it was Albert Einstein. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, but Albert Einstein. said
What a
that.
guy.
Another important thing about participating in your 401k plan. Anyone know what does the company sometimes provide you?
Benefits.
Well, it is a benefit.
Extra free money.
Yeah. Well, in what way?
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. Like, what am I lighting here?
A match.
A match. Yes. Yes.
Ooh, they match.
Sometimes a company provides a match, so it's important to participate in the 401k plan because they'll provide a match, which is essentially free money. So 401k has all kinds of benefits. All right, so it's a good thing to kind of start participating in that. Any other question?
So, what's a Roth? What's the difference between that, or what is?
Okay, excellent question. So the question was, what's a Roth? So nowadays, most plans or a lot of plans have an option. You can put your money into the traditional 401k, or you can put it into the Roth. All right. We live in a progressive tax society. So let's say Charisse over here makes $50,000 and Gerardo makes $150,000 a year. Who pays more in taxes? Gerardo, because he makes more. The more you make, the more you pay. If you participate in the traditional portion of the 401k plan, it will help you with lower your adjustable tax rate now. But when you take it out at 59 and a half or later, what do you do? What do you have to pay at that point in time when you take it out?
Taxes.
Taxes. Thank you, Maura. Yes. So traditional 401k helps you now. All right. But if you're not making that much money, and I think they say the break point's around 75,000, but if you're making a lower amount of money, or more importantly, if you're not paying a lot in taxes, it's better to put your money into the Roth. So what the Roth is, you pay taxes now, and then when you take it out at age 59 and a half, do you pay taxes then?
Nope.
No.
No. All right. So it helps you later. So that's something you can kind of decide, but highly recommend, especially for young people who have a lot of time to save, to put money into the Roth because you can afford to pay your taxes now, and then you have all that flexibility when you retire to take it out tax-free. All right. One other thing I want to kind of talk a little bit about in terms of finances when you're young. How do you pay for certain things? Like
A debit card or credit
Mom and
card.
dad.
mom and
Straight
dad,
cash,
straight
homie.
cash,
A credit card.
debit card or credit card. How do we feel about credit cards?
They're good.
They're good.
They are?
Free
They're
money.
scary.
They're scary, yeah. All right, free money, huh? Yes, that's what's scary about them. So credit cards, they shouldn't be scary. The important thing to know about a credit card is you can use it, but you need to make sure you pay it off every month. What happens if you don't pay it off every month? Anyone have an idea what happens?
It's when you go into
Insurance.
debt.
Yes, you pay. There's
definitely
interest
does.
on it, and you got to pay more than actually what you use. So, and that can pile up over time, and you want to try to avoid that. So, pay those credit cards off every month. All right. So let's kind of summarize here. When we get a job, we're out of college. We get a job, making some money. Right. We want to make sure we have enough money to do what?
Pay rent.
Pay rent, our bills. Right. What else is important when we're young?
Go to the bar.
Well, that's good. If you have money to do so, yes. But we want to make, in terms of our foundation, what do we want to be able to pay for?
Utilities.
Utilities. Those are kind of bills and stuff.
House.
Before the house.
Insurance.
Insurance. Make sure we have insurance. And then we want to save that. What do we say? 3 months of expenses are called. Kind of what kind of fund?
Your backup.
Yeah, backup,
Emergency
emergency.
fund.
Emergency fund. And then if we have money left over, or we can kind of do this at the same time, we want to participate, hopefully, in your company's.
401k.
That is great. Thank you. All right. Well, that about concludes our session for today. Any other comments or questions?
I'm just a little curious. Is there anything you should like invest in, or
Oh.
like stocks or bonds? Or...
Oh, excellent question. I tell you what, we'll save that for our next podcast. How about that? All right. Yeah. All
Right.
right.
Excited.
Thank you for joining us. You have a wonderful evening or day or morning. And this is Tom Leverone and the Washington Financial Group and my 4 compadres signing off. Thank you.
That's going to do it for this week's show. Thanks for listening. If you have a question that you'd like us to address in a future episode, shoot us an email at info@washfinancial.com. If you enjoy our show, we'd love for you to subscribe on iTunes or wherever you access your podcasts. The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, and SIPC. Investment advice offered through Global Retirement Partners LLC, a registered investment advisor. Global Retirement Partners, Washington Financial Group, a division of Hub International Mid-Atlantic, and Hub International are not affiliated with LPL Financial.